Hey everyone, welcome back to Top Dog Tips. Thanks for tuning in this week. If you are new to our site or our YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe. I post new recipes and how-to videos, product reviews, all kinds of stuff, tips for everyday dog owners, some on grooming and training, dog food, dog treats, everything that you would ever want to know about for your dog is on our site and it's on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. Today I want to share a couple of recipes with you guys, and I know if you're used to watching my recipe videos, I usually only share one at a time, but this week is the week of Thanksgiving, so more is better this week. More food, more food, more food. So I have two really quick, really simple ways that you can share this holiday with your dog. Just a couple of things to keep in mind, and there are articles and more information on our website about those, and I will link those in the write-up of this recipe for you guys. So if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, just click that link, it'll take you over to our site and you can find that. The things that I wanted to mention were just that not every food is safe for dogs. A lot of human foods are not safe for dogs, so keep that in mind. A lot of veggies, fruits, and there are some other things that can be toxic to your dog, so just keep that in mind. There'll be a link to an article on that. And also, not every Thanksgiving food is okay for your dog. Things like turkey bones can do a lot of physical damage and cause you to take a trip to the emergency vet on your holiday, so you don't want to do that. And there are also a few other Thanksgiving dangers for dogs that you want to keep in mind, so there's a link to that article as well if you're interested in that. Today, though, I want to share with you a recipe for two dog treats that are Thanksgiving themed. So the first one that I'm going to share with you is a pumpkin pie for dogs. So what you want to do to start off is, we have visitors. No, go on, you guys. The cats in this house, honestly, and if you see my videos, you know they are worse than dogs. Elsa, no. Sorry. So pumpkin pie for dogs, the first thing you want to do is make the crust, and you're going to preheat your oven to 375. So mine's good to go, and now we're going to mix up the crust. I have 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat flour. I have a 1/2 cup of oatmeal, oats. Elsa! Like I said, the cats are worse than dogs at times. I have 1/4 cup of not oatmeal, of applesauce. And I have about 3 tablespoons of water. Now this is going to make a doughy mixture, and if you're a baker or you've seen some of my recipes before, you know that with dough, water kind of you estimate, and then at the end, you base it on the consistency of your dough. So if your dough is a little dry, you might need to add a bit more water. If your dough is too moist, you might need to add a little bit of flour. So we're going to start with 3 tablespoons. And no cats. And I'm just going to add 1 more tablespoon of water. So again, depending on your exact measurements for things, you may need to add a little more, you may need to add a little more flour. And what you're going to get is a dough ball. It's going to be a nice thick dough ball. And I'm actually going to continue mixing this with my hands because I'm starting to get to that doughy consistency. And I think mine is going to be just about perfect right now with that 4 tablespoons of water. So you can see I've got some oats falling out here. It's a little flaky, but there we go. So once you have this done, you can take out a rolling pin or just press it down with your hands. This is a really malleable dough, so that's fairly easy. I am gonna get, this is always my conundrum while baking is it's always Is it too sticky? Is it not sticky enough? So I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit more whole wheat flour on the top of that so it's not sticking to my hands. And I'm gonna grab my rolling pin. Now, the other thing with baking is that the thickness of your dough is going to directly correlate to your cooking time. So if you don't roll it thin enough, you're gonna end up having to cook it a little bit longer. Nothing to worry about. Just keep that in mind. So I like to roll mine pretty thin, out to about 1/4 of an inch. That's pretty good. And then what you want to do is find something fairly small. You're not sitting in front of the camera, sorry. So something fairly small. This, I have a little plastic Tupperware container that is about 4 inches in diameter, and that's what you want. And you want to just cut circles out of your dough. And once you get a circle cut, whoops, you know what? Before you pick up your circle, you are going to want to spray your muffin tin. I have mine sitting right here. So you're going to want to spray it pretty generously just to make sure that your little pie crusts here don't stick. So then once that's sprayed, you just kind of press it down in there, mold it around the bottom. And you should get between 6 and 8 of these little pie crusts. So you keep doing that, keep cutting your circles. You're gonna have to reform your dough and then, roll it out again and cut some more until it's all gone or most of it's all gone. And like I said, you'll get about 6 to 8 of these, and your oven is preheated at 375 degrees. So once they are all in your muffin tray, you are gonna go ahead and bake these for about 8 minutes, and you'll notice they turn just a very light golden brown. Again, that baking time depends on just how thick you roll them, but it should be about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go and do that and bake mine, and then I'll bring you back and show you the filling. Welcome back. Here are my cups fresh out of the oven. They should pop right out. And you want to set them, I'm going to use a cooling rack, just because that helps them cool quicker than sitting in the pan. But you want to let them cool off completely. They do cool very quickly. So I'm going to leave my cups sitting up here. And again, you can see they're just little cups. They're not cooked to the point where they're hard. They're still chewy. They're just kind of firmed up with the 8 minutes in the oven. So I'm going to let mine sit here. And I'm going to show you the second dog treat recipe, which is even quicker and easier. This is probably the easiest dog treat recipe I've ever shared. So on a well-greased cookie sheet, which I have here, you're going to preheat your oven to 200 degrees. So I'm going to do that right now first, which our oven should still be warm from the pie crust. So mine's already preheated. So here I have sliced a large sweet potato into very thin slices, about 1/4 of an inch thick. And I'm going to line this cookie sheet with the slices of my sweet potato. Now I call these sweet potato jerky. All you're going to do is dehydrate these sweet potatoes in the oven, and that's it. That's how quick and easy this one is, but dogs love it. They go crazy for these sweet potato jerky treats. So mine fit right on there. And then to add just a special little bit of flavor and a little bit of that Thanksgiving cheer, I guess, I sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for dogs, actually great for humans too. So I just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on all of these. And then you put them in your 200-degree oven, and according to how thick you slice them, they should bake for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. What it's gonna do is just dry those sweet potatoes out. You're gonna notice them get shriveled and wrinkly. If you're watching this on YouTube, jump on that link onto our website and you'll see a picture of what they look like when they're done. But baking time is hard on these because it's different depending on how thick and thin you slice them, and it can vary quite a bit. If you slice them like closer to a 1/2 inch, you might be 3 hours of baking. If you slice them really like paper thin, you might be less than an hour. So it depends on how thick you slice them. I slice mine, like I said, about 1/4 inch. It gives your dog kind of something to chew on. You know, if you slice them paper thin, they're gonna be really brittle and break up when your dog eats them. If you slice them really, really thick, it just takes forever to cook, and it takes a long time for your dog to chew through them. So I do about 1/4 inch. I find that works great. So now here we have our little pie crusts, and all you're going to fill them with is canned pumpkin or pureed pumpkin if you want to use fresh pumpkin. You want to make sure though that if you buy canned pumpkin, look for, I don't know if you can see mine, but it says pumpkin and it says 100% pure. You want to look on the ingredients right there and make sure the only ingredient is pumpkin. You don't want pumpkin pie filling. We were doing really good without the cats for a second. You don't want pumpkin pie filling that has a lot of added sugars and artificial ingredients. So just strictly canned pumpkin, and you're just gonna fill these little cups with them and let your curious cat sniff them. If you have a curious cat like I do, who should not be on the counter, but she knows I don't have the squirt bottle handy because I'm making a video. They're very crafty cats. So you're gonna fill these up. If you want to make them look like traditional pumpkin pie with a little dollop of whipped cream on the top, instead of whipped cream, use some plain yogurt. It gives the same effect, that same like little dollop of white on top, that look, but it's much healthier for your dog. You don't get the sugars that you get in whipped cream. So as you can see, I got about 6 little pie crusts. So here you have little mini pumpkin pies for dogs, and you'll have your sweet potato jerky as well in a couple of hours. So this is a great way to share Thanksgiving with your dog. Again, if you guys are interested, jump on our website and subscribe to our newsletter. Subscribe and like us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the social media channels, and of course our YouTube channel. And you'll be notified when I post new videos. I post multiple videos a week. I try to do at least 1 recipe every week. This week it happened to be 2. I do how-to videos, and we have giveaways, we have product reviews, so tons of great stuff. Like I said, from training to food to toys, we have just everything that a dog owner could want. So like us, subscribe, and if you guys have any questions about this video or any other questions that I can answer, my contact information is on our website. Feel free to reach out to me there, and I appreciate you guys watching this video. I will see you next time. Thanks.